Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I tell you, I love the work that Theresa Roemer does, and she's been on the program before, and she and I have had some conversations we're looking forward to having on pretty frequently in 2015. She's got this great knack of combining what's going on in the social world for philanthropy and change, and loves how she brings business to that activity. And those are values of mine as well. And Theresa, glad to have you on the program. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me back on the show again.
Yeah, you bet. By the way, let me real quickly get the best website for you. I'm assuming that's Theresa, Theresa, Roemer, ROEMER.com.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much. Tell us what you got coming down the pike in 2015 that you want the listener to be familiar with.
Well, we have a lot of fundraising going on right now, just out the door with a bang here. We just got done having a fundraiser in the closet for Kids Need More, which is a nonprofit up in New York that they have the camp every summer for them on Shelter Island, and we brought in a lot of money for them, and we're so excited, and I'll be going there this summer to actually volunteer at the camp also.
And where's that camp again?
It's called Kids Need More.
Mm-hmm.
It's up in New York. It's the camp is on Shelter Island every summer. And it is a camp for kids with cancer. It's a camp where they can actually go for a week, enjoy themselves, and forget they have cancer.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great idea. It's among the many cool things you're involved in. And here locally in the Houston area, what events is your next event that you're going to be doing?
Well, my next event I'm working on is for the American Heart Association. We're actually, gearing up for the Montgomery County Heart Ball, which is in February. And then I'll be doing a diamond dinner party at my home in March also. And then we're also doing the Woodlands Fashion Show in March also, which is helping out the Greater Woodlands Public Art Foundation, which helps take care of all the sculptures that are placed around the woodlands.
Yeah, you have a real diversity in terms of type of projects you're interested in. I've heard health, I've heard art and culture, which I think is so important. Kind of give us that overview of the various areas that you have as your priorities.
Well, my priorities are vast. I'm helping the children in Africa with fresh water. I'm helping the arts here in my own community. I'm helping children clear up in New York. I mean, I don't just focus on one area. I really have a diverse background as far as everything and everyone I want to help.
Yeah, that's very cool. That's very cool. How long have you been, you actually literally describe yourself, and I think it's an appropriate description, as a philanthropist. When do you think you reached that point? There's a lot of people who give, and I don't consider myself a philanthropist by any stretch. I do like to give and give quite a bit in various ways and forms, but I don't think I've crossed that bridge. To me, it takes a lot of confidence to start describing yourself that way. When do you think? When did that term did you think became apropos to you?
Well, I think if you go by the regular standards that most people look at, they think that you have to reach a certain milestone, either in monies that you give or time that you give to help charities. I don't go by those standards. I think the common person that likes to donate their time, whether it be at Christmas time trying to help clothe kids, or at Thanksgiving time trying to help feed the many homeless people at Thanksgiving time, I think anyone that donates their time or donates money is a philanthropist. I don't think you have to put a dollar amount or a time spent on that to reach that title. Now, if you're one of those people that thinks you need to do that, then, maybe you need to get to the point where you are donating millions to reach that philanthropist title, but I don't necessarily believe that that's true.
That's interesting, and that's a great spin. I feel better about myself now. Thank you.
You should.
Yeah, but I think you go further than most. I sit there and I've seen your website, and I know your activity and the amount of time you devote. It's pretty extraordinary. I won't say it's quite a full-time job, maybe it is.
It is.
Well,
really
then
is a full-time
you're going beyond most of us. Then, Theresa, you're generous, but you're going beyond most of us, because most of us can't do it as a full-time gig, and clearly, I get the impression you are.
Well, and I'm not doing it as a full-time gig because I don't have anything else to do. I mean, I am doing philanthropy full-time. I'm running my clothing line, my candle line, my truffle line full-time. I'm a real estate agent. I flip houses full-time. So I'm juggling many full-time positions as well as being a mother and a grandmother. But yeah, I don't think philanthropy is all about just writing that check either. Like this, like I said, I just got done doing the charity work for Kids Need More, and I'm going above and beyond, and I'm going to actually donate my time this summer to go up there and actually volunteer for the entire week with the children. So a lot of times I don't think it's all about just writing that check. I think it's about donating your time.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you entirely. And so, what are some ways that individuals and have been involved in working with you, just individuals, and then also how do groups approach you about you being involved in their projects? I mean, as I like your plate isn't full, but I get the impression because of the diversity of the projects you're involved in that you're always looking at new things to get involved in.
Right. I mean, just this morning I got another email from a women's council in Houston that's wanting me to help them put together a fashion show because they're going to work with Susan G. Komen for an event. But they've already approached me this morning asking me how they can put together a fashion show and can they have my help to do so. So I'm being reached out to constantly, day in, day out, by many different organizations and many different individuals. Not only wanting me to help them with their charities, but also them asking for my advice on how they too can, become a philanthropist. And like I said, it's not always about the money; it's about your time too. Okay.
So what would you suggest? And this is a great time to have this particular part of the conversation. We're early in 2015. And people are just simply deciding to do more. They doubt they have the financial resources to do more. But where would you suggest they begin? And beginning to try to make a difference.
Well, and once again, great idea, because here we are, New Year. Everyone's doing their New Year's resolutions. A lot of people are trying to lose weight. Why not put trying to become a better person when it comes to charity work and becoming a philanthropist for 2015. Try to figure out how you can carve out more extra time, whether it's going and helping, the Boys and Girls Clubs, or it's the homeless people of Star of Hope, or whether it's just your local soup kitchen, or whether it's your local women's shelter or your local church. I mean, there's just so many organizations and so many ways that you can just get out there and feel better about yourself, even if it's not the money issue, it's just the time. All of us have a little bit of time. We just are selfish with what we want to give.
Yeah. Theresa Roemer, thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me again, Kevin.
Yeah, we're going to have you back on as we get closer to your event in February, or rather in March, I think is what you mentioned. And
yes.
Looking forward to visiting with you throughout the year. Theresa Roemer at TheresaRoemer.com. That's TheresaRoemer.com. More for you right after this on The Price of Business.